In our last episode, Los Angeles had been devastated by a giant tsunami caused by a device operated by Jeffy Poo and his gang. The butt sniffers and Fred the scientist have traveled back in time, attempting to thwart Jeffy Poo's theft of the device, thus reversing the catastrophic events that they had left behind. Our heroes have landed at the museum where the device was stolen, waiting for Jeffy Poo and his clones to make their move.
So, Doc, I have a question. Have we decided what we're going to do when Jeff and the gang show up? Are we going to try to wrestle them into the time machine? Actually, come to think of it, where are we going to put them? There's hardly enough room for us, much less for 5 extra people.
Do you remember what we talked about right after we had escaped the jungle? Any living thing within a certain distance from the time machine will be transported along with us. I've set the range at 50 feet. We are only about 30 feet from the museum entrance. So the range is short enough that nobody else will be transported with us, but enough distance that Jeff and his clones will be in range. So as soon as I see them come within 20 feet of the door, I will hit the switch and they will travel back to the past along with us.
We'll definitely be doing this time period a favor by removing that cancer from their population. Of course, it will unfortunately be planted back into ours.
Why don't we just take them back to the jungle in the past, leave them there, then come back to our own time period? We'd be doing the world a favor.
Don't think I'm not tempted to do that, but it would not be ethical or right. Plus, we must keep in mind that if they were left in the past, what damage would they potentially cause? For all we know, they might do something in the past that would even affect our existence. That's not a risk I'm willing to take. The best solution is to just bring them back to our own time and hope that they don't do anything stupid.
That would be like telling a dog not to bark or telling a rooster not to crow. That's what they do. That's their nature.
However, at least it won't happen because of our negligence. Things will be restored as they were before all of this happened.
But the clones will still have happened, correct? They'll still be able to get into trouble.
Here's a thought. They can't get into trouble if they were never created. What if we were to go back in time to a point right before Jeff was cloned? Then the gang would no longer exist.
That would entail taking Jeff back on his own and leaving the others there. However, if we were to do that, they would have never been created in the first place, so leaving them there would be of no consequence. They would simply cease to exist.
So how are we going to take Jeff back without the others tagging along? Didn't you say that all living beings within 50 feet would be transported back also?
The way it's set up, yes, but I can easily change the range down to 0 so that nothing outside the time machine will be transported.
So that would mean we'd have to somehow coax Jeff inside the time machine before you hit the button to transport us back. How are we going to do that? We're either going to have to manhandle him and force him inside, or somehow coax him in here without him knowing what we're doing.
Guys, I have a great idea how to do that. Let's huddle up.
Oh, wow. Money. Money. I always need money. I guess today's my lucky day.
Quick, close the hatch.
It's shut, Doc. Let's roll.
Hey, what are you doing? Where are we going?
We are going home, back to our own time.
Hey, wait a minute. Where's my gang? Where's my mini-me's? Or whatever they are?
At this point, they are no more, and they never were.
Well, crap. You guys ruined everything. There go all my plans. Thanks a lot.
Be it ever so humble, there's no place like home.
I kind of liked it better in the future. There was a lot more to do.
And probably more people to scam. Well, not so much people, but ogres.
To be honest, I'm glad I'm not going to be alive 3,000 years from now, knowing that ogres are going to take over the major cities.
We don't really know the fate of the other cities. We do know that they run Los Angeles, but that's all we got to see, really.
So, since technically I haven't been cloned yet, can we do that again so I can get my buddies back?
You already have tons of buddies. Isn't what all those cat videos are about?
Hey, don't be disrespecting my cats.
Speaking of which, there's some people here in the parking garage doing the fake cat shuffle. Must be on break.
And if you think it's funny, just give people out of money. It'll get it flowing in like a river, it's a wind. You need to take my advice, though it's not very nice. Just have them do the fake cat shuffle.
Hey, my cat might be fake, but I sure made a lot of money just by saying I had a cat and that it was sick. My sheep are really easy to fool, and of course, I don't mind lying.
We're well aware of that. So I guess this is where we part ways. While I don't believe you deserve any favors from us because I'm a gentleman, I will call you a cab if you need transportation to wherever you're going.
Yeah, I don't need a ride. While I was in the future, I bought a contraption that converts methane into fuel. Just a little souvenir that's also very practical. Adios, dudes.
Should have known Jeffy Poo wouldn't leave the year 3023 without stealing at least one thing.
Unfortunately, once a thief, always a thief.
Once a scammer, always a scammer.
So true. Well, guys, I guess I won't be needing your services any longer. However, I do appreciate your help. There's no way this could have been resolved without your help and expertise.
We were more than glad to lend you our services. You might not think it's so great when you get our bill, but at least we averted some major problems, and, thanks to your time machine, we were able to undo the damage that was done and bring things back to normal.
So, Doc, next time you run into major trouble and need help, who you gonna call?
Butt sniffers?
You got it.